In this video, I'll demonstrate how to use web scraping and APIs in Python to retrieve data from around the web. First, I'll import a package of modules for working with URLs. Next, I'll import Beautiful Soup. Beautiful Soup is a Python library for pulling data out of HTML and XML files. Next, I'll create a variable that holds the URL I'll be using, and this URL is from the USGS web page. And this web page lists the 20 biggest earthquakes in the world. Next, I'll open the URL using the URL open attribute that comes from the package that was imported up here. Next, I'll use Beautiful Soup to parse the HTML of the USGS web page. So I'll create a variable soup, and that's where I'll use Beautiful Soup to read the web page and parse the HTML. Next, I'll find and print the entire table that contains the information about the 20 largest earthquakes in the world. So I'll create a variable called earthquake_info, and I'll use Beautiful Soup to find that table. Then I'll print the table to the screen, or print all of the information from the table to the screen. And as you can see, that table has been printed to the screen. Next, what I want to do is use this tr tag to find the first row in the table and print out mag, location, alternative name, etc. from that top row of the table, or the first row of the table. So I'll create a variable row info, and I'll use Beautiful Soup again to find the tr tag. Then I'll use text, T-E-X-T, to remove the tags and just print the content. And then I'll use the print statement to print row info. All right, and as you can see, just the first row of the table has been printed out without the tags. For the next part of the video, I'll discuss using APIs to retrieve data from around the web. So I'll import the same statement from the previous part of the video where I was importing the package of modules for working with URLs. Then I'll import JSON, and JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation, and it is text that can be used for storing, sending, and receiving data from across the web. It's also human readable. Next, I'm going to declare a variable for my URL. I'll be using this API call, and this API call gathers all earthquakes from January 1st, 1960 to January 1st, 2018 with a minimum magnitude of 9. And I'll create a JSON object from the URL I created up here. And then I'll open that URL. Next, I'm going to declare a variable for data. And this code here will take in my parameter of the JSON object and load some information from the web page. Then I'm going to print the data, but I'm going to pull the key features so that it prints off information about the earthquakes. And it'll take a minute because it'll be printing off a lot of data. Right, there we go. So here is all of the information about the earthquakes from January 1st, 1960 to January 1st, 2018 with a minimum magnitude of 9.